Basically, it's like the short time altogether trying to get out of something, an essence. So you're obviously working on your instinct.
The way I take pictures, I mean, I have a small camera. I'm very inconspicuous. I try to. I don't want to be heavy. I don't want to be. I don't want to have the burden. I don't want to make the difference between. Oh, now I go out and I take pictures. Like for me, it's sort of a flow.
For me to come here to try to understand who are the Russians and their connection between the past and the future, and so we'll see what's gonna. So I had that fascination and that story in my mind, and I think maybe that's why I chose to do a portrait of younger generation in their homes and mix it with the urban landscape.
Because then when you have this picture, these people, they're really themselves fully, and they reenact themselves. Not reenact, they act themselves, It's like I'm waiting my friend on the metro station, And then and more flashes, more I wait my friend for the metro station, in the metro station. So it's that thing, without flashes, it would be someone sneaky picture. It's not, I'm taking picture, you see the flash, and they pump the volume of what they are and what they were doing, so become more real than real. And each actually is real. You saw it. It did happen. It's happening. That's why I need the flashes. It would be. It's the presence of the stands. It's all together. It's me walking in, moving the flash, and the subject doesn't go away. I just move the flash. I'm pointing better. It's like I'm an actor too, in a way.
Это совершенно три разные подхода к картинке, к визуализации, к отношению. И это три совершенно разных пары глаз.
When you are a portrait photographer, it depends about how you interfere with the subject, what kind of question do you ask them. And as I said, I asked them a lot of questions about their childhood, about their past, about the way they grow up, and people, they love to share their stories, and after some time they become easy, and I can, take the portrait I want.
So I chose this movie inspiration. I chose this Yazhaka by Moscow, which is this I walk around Moscow, which sort of it came out of this sentence, okay, I'm gonna walk around Moscow. So I chose this in order to, in a way, to guide me, but also to limit me, and a little bit to help me to find maybe that haven't sort of defined what I'm gonna do. I think the way it works for me is I'm looking for it comes out of the reality. It's not necessarily me. I'm not creating any pictures. Of course I'm looking for something, and now I had almost had a list of things I was looking for, which was a very, very simple list, but I'm also, the joy of photography for me is that I go around and I find something.
have a obsession with buildings because I live in one of them myself for almost 18 years. It's kind of like a apartment block, and where many people with different background and different stories live under the same roof. And for me, it fascinates me that there are some places that your life story mingle with each other without you noticing it.
Днем и утром они снимают, и второй половине дня они собираются в каком-то публичном пространстве и там обсуждают свою работу, они печатают работу, мы выбираем вместе фотографии, и к концу второй недели получается выставка.
Kind of silence. It's a very busy city. It was very crowded, but it's quite quiet city. You don't hear much sound, and people, they don't talk a lot. You don't hear lots of stories. People, I think they swallow many things within themselves, and they are not very talkative people. So I guess they keep their stories for themselves. So that's why maybe my project, it's hidden stories, it's a silent conversation, and I wanted to take a quote from each people that I took their portrait, but in the end I decided not to do that. Maybe the power is their silence, and you have to guess what they're trying to say with their eyes.
You are a player, you know really well your instrument. You go on stage and you start with a note and you see which kind of improvisation you get out. So that's what it is for me, Live Lab.